Test 1, 2, 3, 4. We're about to get the severe weather update underway. Just checking a few things real quick in the back. Make sure we're technically ready. But overall, going to be a busy morning across middle Georgia, tracking strong to severe storms as we head through the next several hours. Going to be a bumpy ride along the way. Now, we're just streaming everything right now, so that's good news. We're not breaking into your programming, but we are watching a lot of activity, strong to severe storms ongoing from many locations across middle Georgia, and we're going to continue to deal with this over the next several hours. So you see this line of storms making its way into our our western counties. That's what's going to continue over the next several hours. It is racing through middle Georgia. Do have a tornado watch in effect for many locations. So I'm about to hop over there. Just wanted to make sure everything was working properly. And if we do get a tornado warning within our viewing area, we will show up on WGXA as well as Fox 24 and ABC 16. So that is what we're going to be dealing with. And here we go. So got a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for many locations in our western counties. It does include Monroe, Butts, Thomaston. You're included in this warning, so we'll dump this off of here real quick and we'll get in there and show you everything that's going on. And this is the main line. This is the main area of concern we're going to have to be watching. So let's start off with all of middle Georgia under that threat for tornado watch. So that's why we do have a weather warn day through at least 11 a.m. this morning. So we're going to go to the tornado watch itself, including all of middle Georgia. And again, we can see that every county you see shaded in yellow until 9 a.m. Now, as soon as that line comes through, you'll get trimmed out of this. This is going to be a one and done event. It's going to be in and out of here, and we'll start to see improving weather. But here is that line of storms, and you notice the shading of these severe thunderstorm warnings, that yellow shading. When they're filled in like that, that means considerable wind damage is being done. Treat severe thunderstorm warnings like tornado warnings today, because we do have that considerable tag as far as the threat for some strong damaging winds, and that does include Lamar County, Upson County, Taylor County, Crawford County, Monroe County, and Butts County. We do have a tornado warning up in the Henry County area, but that should stay just to the north of us. But where you're seeing this bowing segment, that's where we could be seeing winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour, and that's what the Weather Service is suggesting. So as we look at that threat for that damaging wind gust, winds 60 miles per hour, 60 to 70 miles per hour, certainly possible. And this will likely get extended over into Macon, Bibb counties. So, and then Jones County, Jasper County, Putnam County, Baldwin County, then stretching down. But lots of lightning with this storm. And these storms have been producing tornadoes since yesterday in Texas. And it has been a deadly event. We've had, I know, of at least one death back in Texas, but numerous tornadoes across Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama during the overnight hours. That's what we're dealing with this morning here in middle Georgia. So that is what we are looking at. We'll get in a little bit closer, show you what's going on. As far as Macon, Bibb County, we are in the clear right now. These storms are coming your way. So I would say by 5 o'clock, a lot of people are going to start waking up. These storms are going to be rocking and rolling across middle Georgia as we're dealing with these strong storms making their way rapidly off towards the north and east at about 40 miles per hour. So that is what we are tracking. Need to put that in there so when I do this. But we'll start in our northern counties right along Interstate 75. Okay, Butts County, Monroe County, Lamar County. You're up next with these storms. They're coming out of Meriwether County, Marion County, and these will continue to slide off towards the north and east. Again, you see this bowing segment. That's where we could be seeing winds 60 to 70 miles per hour. That's why we have these severe thunderstorm warnings with the considerable tag. Now, there are areas of rotation within these storms, and we're going to have to watch these very carefully because they can produce small, quick spin-up tornadoes. And that's why you're seeing a tornado warning up towards Meriwether County as well as Henry County, and then back off towards the south and west. But velocities, this is what we're watching. Anywhere we're going to be dealing with with these storms as they work their way off towards the east. But very gusty winds, lots of lightning, lots of thunder with these storms. And again, we could be dealing with the winds of up to 60 miles per hour as we watch this activity rapidly move through middle Georgia. Hopefully it gets on out of here. It'll be out of here, it looks like by 8 or 9 o'clock for many locations. So that is certainly some good news, but that is what we are tracking at this time. So we knew this was coming. We had this threat for severe weather the past couple of days, and it's still a level 2 threat, but don't worry about that now. We have a tornado watch. That's the most important thing, and we have these severe thunderstorm warnings. And right now it is just a severe thunderstorm warning stretching from our northern counties back towards the south. And this line of storms has been a prolific line of storms as we've moved through the overnight hours. We've been dealing with widespread rain and storms all the way back through the southeast. As you look at the big picture, it stretches all the way up into Tennessee as well. So the Atlanta metro, middle Georgia right now, and then south towards Dothan, Panama City, that's where the rest of the line is. But notice, this is it. Once this line comes through, we're going to be done with the severe weather threat. Sure, we'll have some heavier rain back behind the line, but we're going to continue to watch this line of storms as it rapidly pushes off towards the east. Now, severe thunderstorm warnings, take those very seriously. They're just like tornado warnings. Doesn't matter if a tree gets knocked down by a tornado or straight line winds and hits your house, it still hits your house. So be mindful of that. Safe places. We say this all the time, but just to reiterate, small interior room, away from windows, away from doors. Usually a closet or a bathroom has a really good protection as far as what you need during severe weather. And mobile homes or manufactured homes, they offer great affordable housing. They offer you no protection from severe weather, so you can't stay in a mobile home. So it is coming up on 4:30 right now. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Stinnett doing a little bit of live streaming for you as we are watching these strong to severe storms make their way through middle Georgia. And again, it's what we're going to be seeing the next few hours. We have the severe thunderstorm warning for Butts, Monroe, Crawford, Upson, and Lamar counties, as well as Taylor County until 5 a.m. This part of the line segment where you see that bowing out, where it looks like a bow and arrow, that's where we're going to be dealing with that threat for those damaging winds. And then anywhere along this line, you get these little kinks in it sometimes, little kinks essentially. That's where we could see a quick spin-up tornado. So I'll pause this, show you where it is live. And again, coming through Upson County right now, as well as Taylor County, you're under the gun. Up next, Lamar County, Barnesville. This does include you. Butts County, Forsyth and Monroe County, Culloden. That's where you're going to be watching these storms next. And Taylor. If these storms hold together, Roberta, Macon, Gray, Milledgeville, Monticello. That's where these storms will be heading next. So I actually will put a storm track on these and just show you approximate timings of where we could see the storms. And they're moving off towards the north and east at about 45 miles per hour. So we'll put a track on these, just giving you a general idea. That leading edge, that's where the strongest winds are going to be. And this is going to be over the next 30 minutes or so, giving you some approximate times. At 4:31, so right now at Woodford Mills, Lamar County High School at 4:34, Crawford County Elementary School at 4:46, Culloden 4:39, Mozilla 4:44, Reynolds at 4:48, High Falls State Park, which is just off Interstate 75, that's going to be approximately 4:51. And then you start getting into, say, portions of Monroe County Middle School at 4:56, Daltrey Elementary School at 5 o'clock, and then Lizella at 5:01. And again, this is over the next 30 minutes. We're going to be tracking this. But you notice, rest of Butts County, Monroe County, Bibb County, you're going to get a warning from this. This warning is going to be extended, and will be extended into Jasper, Putnam, Baldwin County, as well as Jones County, and then down into Twiggs County, and likely northern portions of Peach and Houston County. But again, these times are updating. So again, Barnesville at 4:36, Butler is currently at 4:38. It's that back edge that we're going to be seeing. So we're going to continue to track this. And again, it's a severe thunderstorm warning that we are watching, and these storms have had a history of producing damage back towards the west. So thought we'd just be wise to come on in, start looking at everything. And again, lots of lightning with these storms, but the good news is they have been weakening as they moved into middle Georgia. We knew we would get the threat for severe weather. We were just hoping they'd be weakening, and so far that is what we are seeing with these storms. Again, this is the main area of concern right now, stretching from Spalding County down into Taylor County. And again, where you're seeing that bowing segment, that's where you're seeing those winds force that line out faster than the rest of the line, and that's where we could be dealing with those 60 to 70 miles per hour winds. Again, I'm checking social media. Let me know if you have any questions. I will try my best to answer those on the fly. So that is what we are dealing with. Let me just check to make sure. See, I know people are watching. Let's see if anybody has any questions. I'll try to give best timings I can. All right, Gloria Ruth, thanks. You're always up. I would say Macon, Bibb County, around 5. Between 5 and 5:15, I think downtown Macon, that's when we're going to be seeing these storms come through, Gloria Ruth. So after 5 o'clock, Macon and the city, or Bibb County and Macon, currently are not under that tornado or severe thunderstorm warning, but this will be extended because this is a severe line of storms making its way off towards the east. So I'd say about 5 to 5:15, that's when we got to be worrying about these storms coming through. There you go, Gloria Ruth. If you ever sleep, please let me know. I always like to hear when you're at least getting some sleep. But we're covering live stream on our YouTube video as well. I have it posted to my Twitter account. So again, ask questions if you have any concerns. Down towards the south and east, you've got a couple of more hours before this activity gets to you. And the southern part of the line not looking as intense, but you got to watch that part of the line as you could see a little bit of rotation down in here. And again, over the past 24 hours, these storms have been producing a lot of tornadoes through Mississippi, stretching into Alabama. We've had one tornado warning in Georgia so far, but right now just dealing with that severe thunderstorm warning. But again, you've got to be in your safe place with this line of storms coming through because we could be seeing those winds of 60 to perhaps 70 miles per hour as we continue to watch these storms. So just watching what the National Weather Service is saying. They're in charge of issuing watches and warnings. Our National Weather Service office that covers Middle Georgia is up in Peachtree City, so it's the National Weather Service office in Atlanta. And again, probably won't get an update on this warning, or should I say an extension of this warning till closer to 5 o'clock. But again, we are watching it very carefully. There's an update. You see the back edge of it got trimmed out. So now we're really just focusing along and ahead of that line. That's where we could be dealing with those winds of 60 miles per hour. So we'll look at the updated warning and just see what the National Weather Service is saying. All right. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 5 a.m. For Monroe, as well as Upson, Butts, Crawford, and Taylor and Lamar counties. At 4:35, the severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from near Iman and Griffin to near the Rock to near Howard, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. The main hazard with this line of storms, winds of 60 miles per hour. And again, you got to watch things very carefully. When you get these bowing segments, a lot of times you can get little areas of rotation along this line, and so we'll have to watch that. We have been seeing isolated spin-up tornadoes, and this line did produce some tornadoes back into Alabama, so we know it has the history of doing that, so that's just something we have to continue to watch as over the next couple of hours as we watch this storm make its way off towards the north and east. So that is what we are checking right now. So Again, just watching things very carefully across middle Georgia. This is what we have to do this time of year. It's December. The atmosphere is completely changed. A couple of days ago, it was cold outside. It is quite warm and muggy if you step outside. So we're going to be watching this. Hopefully, we won't be dealing with any tornadoes. That's always what we want to see, no tornadoes. So we'll just continue to watch this. What is the weather going to be in Gray? I'll try to answer this best I can. Gray's in Jones County. You're not currently included in this warning. This warning goes until 5 a.m. So I would say Gray, as well as city of Macon, up to Monticello, it's probably going to be around 5 to 5:15. That's when the worst of this line of storms will be coming through. It's a severe thunderstorm warning, which means we could be seeing winds of 60 miles per hour. So again, be mindful that these storms have a history of producing damage. And a lot of times you look at the life history of these storms, and if they've produced damage before, they are likely still producing damage. So that's what we're looking at. Again, we're streaming on our Facebook platform as well as YouTube. So just that's where we're going to stay. Unless we get a tornado warning, then we will go live on air on Fox 24 as well as ABC 16. So we continue to watch things very carefully. This is just a strong line of storms, and we'll get in a little bit closer. I'll try to put the tracker back on it, give people a better idea of when we could see these storms in your neck of the woods if they're approaching. So we'll focus from Taylor County and Butts County up through Monroe County as well as Crawford County. And again, you grab the leading edge. That's where you're going to see those strongest winds. We'll extend this out approximately 30 minutes, and this will tell you some of the communities, some of the landmarks that we could see as the storms makes its way off towards the north and east. Silver Dollar Motorsports Park, that's at 442. High Falls State Park, still looking to be approximately 451. Monroe County Middle School at 456. Jackson High School at 458. And then you get in down towards Juliet at 505. That's going to be right there in the Jones County, Monroe County area. Roberta, 445. Stroud's at 441. It's 439 right now. So the Motox compound out in portions of Upson County, that's where we're going to be watching that. Zenith, 450. Steels Mill at 447. And again, we're going to continue to watch this over the next few minutes. Forsyth looks to be coming through 453. You're starting to get some lightning in the distance, some rumbles of thunder, some light rain in Forsyth. But the main storm activity just now coming into western portions of Monroe County. So that is what we are tracking at this time. And I'm going to update the speed on this because the Weather Services update the speed, and that'll adjust our times as well. So let me redo this, put the new times up there, stretching, and then we'll go out approximately 30 minutes. And these times are going to be a little bit quicker because the speed has increased on these. So now Crawford County Elementary School at 446, 450 in Forsyth. We got Bolingbrook at 458. You've got Lake Juliet at 502. And then you get to Washington Park Elementary School. That's county. So these storms are approaching middle Georgia, the more highly populated stretch from Forsyth down to Macon, as well as Warner Robins, Byron, and Perry. And then right there along Interstate 75. You got Steels Mills. That's just up there outside of Lamar County. And then you get down towards Muzella at 444. Again, just be mindful. These storms are going to be producing a lot of lightning, very heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and those winds are the main issue with this system tonight as we are tracking things over the next few hours. I really think I'm just going to stick with this because these storms do have a history. A reminder that all of middle Georgia is under the threat for a tornado. We have a tornado watch until 9 a.m., and that is what we are seeing right now. All the counties you see shaded in yellow, that's until 9 a.m. As soon as that line passes, so the line's approximately right here, we're going to start to see these counties get shaved out of the watch. This is a one-line event. It's one line of thunderstorms. It's not going to be persistent for hours and hours. once it passes your location, you're going to be A-OK as far as the severe weather threat. Sure, you're still going to have some rain and some lightning, but the severe weather threat will be over. And as we look at the big picture as far as the southeast, you see their rain extends all the way back towards essentially Montgomery, Alabama, Auburn, Opelika, the eastern half of Alabama, but that's not severe. The only area of severe weather we are watching is right here along that leading edge, and then you get more severe weather down towards the Florida Panhandle. And where you really see the higher amounts of lightning, those are your stronger storms. Right now it looks like very near Fort Walton Beach, tornado warning down that way. You get more lightning here in middle Georgia. That's why we're likely seeing those strong gusty winds. And again, this wedge, or should I say this Boeing segment, is going to be continuing to extend off towards the north and east as we head through the next hour or so. We'll look at the future radar and just give you an idea of when these storms will be getting out of here. So this is the high resolution rapid refresh model. This updates every hour, and it's just going to show you essentially what we're going to be dealing with. It's currently 5 a.m. It's a little behind. These storms are moving a little faster than the models are showing, but I think by 8, 9 o'clock the storms are actually getting to the east of Interstate 75. Then as we head towards 11 o'clock, or should I say 10 a.m., this is rain. Sure, it's still raining heavily, but the severe weather threat's going to be over with. So good news is this is moving through middle Georgia rapidly, and we'll be in and out of this. A lot of locations, you'll be able to go to church, no issues this morning. That severe weather threat will be over. It's sure it'll still be raining, but let's just get through these next couple of hours as these storms continue to make their way off towards the north and east. Always plug our weather app. Download it now. All you got to do is scan that QR code. What's great about this, it has that interactive radar. It lets you know where the storms are, when they're going to arrive at your location, and it even gives you those push notifications. It'll let you know exactly when and where the storms are, and if your exact location goes under a severe thunderstorm warning, a tornado watch, tornado warning, anything like that, so you can flip over to social media or the TV and see what's going on. But again, it's a great tool to have, one of the multiple severe weather alert systems that you need to have. I always say a NOAA weather radio. You got to have one of those too. Those are essential, especially in the deep south where we have trees. We have a lot of nocturnal or nighttime events. You need something that's going to wake you up in the event of severe weather. And this is really our first severe weather threat that we've had in quite some time across middle Georgia. We had one back on December 10th that really didn't amount to much. This has been our biggest threat since we dealt with Hurricane Helene. I was looking at some of my warning graphics. Hurricane Helene is the last time we've been dealing with severe weather across middle Georgia. But this is just a severe weather situation. We get these all the time this time of year, and we always say there's a spring and fall severe weather season. It's really long severe weather season. It starts in late November, goes through December and January and February, and then continues through March, April, May. And then by then, the storm pattern starts to shift off towards the north and east. So I always say the severe weather season in the deep south is from November through May. Again, nocturnal events a lot of times. Make sure you have multiple ways to receive your severe weather information, including that W. Always say an interior room away from windows or doors, a hallway, an interior closet, stairs. Bathrooms a lot of times are on the interior of the house, but even if it's on the exterior of the house, the windows are usually smaller. But if it comes down to it, get in the bathtub and cover yourself up. The plumbing a lot of times, because it's anchored down to the foundation, that offers you more protection, especially when it comes to severe weather. And not everybody has a basement. I know in our northern counties, more people have basements because of the types of soil that you have. But once you get into the southern counties where it's that more sandy soil, a lot less locations have those basements because of the water table difference and the soil difference. Manufactured homes, great protection from or great affordable housing, they offer you no protection when it comes to severe weather. So especially nighttime events, I always urge people to find a place to stay when it comes to the threat for severe weather. Again, tornado watch in effect for all of Middle Georgia until 9 a.m. And we still have that severe thunderstorm warning stretching from Lamar County, Butts, Lamar, Monroe, eastern portions of Upson County, getting into Crawford County right now, and down into Taylor County. This is going to get extended off towards the east. So I'll give you a heads up. Rest of Crawford County, Bibb County, Jones, Jasper County, Putnam, maybe Baldwin, Twiggs, Houston County, and northern portions of Peach County. So go ahead and get ready for that. Just giving you a heads up on that, just because we have seen a history of wind with this. Good news is the tornado watch is, like I said, it's already being trimmed. We'll look at that again. It's essentially been trimmed out of Upson County. That's certainly some great news. All this went to the state line. These counties have just been canceled as far as that tornado watch, meaning the tornado threat and severe weather threat is over. Mainly for all of Upson County. That line is making its way through eastern Upson County right now, but it will quickly be exiting. And again, once this line passes through, you're going to be in the clear as far as the severe weather threat. But again, we still have the severe thunderstorm warning until 5 a.m. for portions of Middle Georgia. Currently 4:48 on this Sunday morning. Again, we continue to track these strong to severe storms making their way through the mid-state. Now, as we look down towards the south, I'm going to pause this. We're going to look towards, say, Macon County as well as Sly County, Sumter County. Yes, you have thunderstorms off towards your east. Lightning, heavy rainfall, maybe some gusty winds, but nothing severe. That'll slide over towards southern Houston County, and then you get into Dooley County, and then Crisp County. Could we see this intensify? 100%. That's why we're not going to give anybody the all clear until the line of storms passes your location. These storms are cyclical a lot of times. They pulse up in intensity and pulse down. And so even though those in the southern part of the line aren't as severe and strong as the ones in the northern part of the line, you still have to watch these very, very carefully. Continuing to watch this line. It's in Lamar County now. It's coming into western portions of Monroe County and then getting into portions of southwestern Butts County, stretching down into Taylor County. Heavy, heavy rainfall with this line of storms as it makes its way off towards the north and east. Again, starting to get some very heavy rainfall around Forsyth, Barnesville, down towards Yatesville. You got Culloden, there's Forsyth, High Falls State Parks, Juliet's over here, Lake Juliet. Juliet's included in the warning, but you're on the edge of the warning, so this has got to work through the rest of Monroe County. And again, if you know anyone that's traveling on 75, they need to be pulled over somewhere. They need to get off the interstate because this is a mess. And like I said, this is going to be coming through Macon, Bibb County shortly. So 475, 75 down towards 16, and then 75 as you head down towards Peach and Peach and Houston County. We are watching these storms very carefully. Just looking, see what the National Weather Service is saying. And I'm just looking at social media as well. Andrea, nope, there's no tornado warning in Peachtree City. We did have that up in Henry and Spalding County earlier. That warning has been allowed to expire. What we are just tracking is this line of severe storms. Could we see a tornado within it? It is entirely possible, but these aren't these classic springtime severe weather thunderstorms where you get these individual supercells out ahead of it. This is a line of storms, and anywhere within this line, if you get these little kinks, that's where we could be dealing with the threat for tornadoes. And we have seen that, again, back into Alabama, especially in, through Mississippi, where they had a lot of tornadoes yesterday and through the overnight hours. So we're going to continue to watch this, and hopefully it will be out of here, I think, by 9 or 10 o'clock. And when I say 9 or 10 o'clock, through our eastern counties. So that's certainly some great news. We're coming up on 5 o'clock right now. If they do drop the warning, I'm going to stick around. We're not going anywhere. Might as well ride this thing out until it's over with. But again, it's this bowing segment. It looks like a bow and arrow where it's bowing out. That means those winds are stronger and are pushing the main area of the line out ahead of the rest of the line. That's because those winds are more intense. So I think the warning that we are seeing essentially from the Atlanta metro down just towards our south and west is very indicative of those strong winds, 60 to 70 miles per hour along this line, all the way along this line. Gusty winds are going to occur, tremendous amounts of lightning, as well as maybe even some small hail. But we're still watching things very closely. Hopefully we don't get a tornado warning out of this, but if we do, we will break into programming on Fox 24 as well as ABC 16. So that is what we continue to watch as we head through the next few hours. But again, heads up, just giving you a heads up, Jasper County, Baldwin County, Bolingbroke, Peach and Houston County, Twiggs County, like I said, Jones and Baldwin County, you're up next. We're getting into that middle Georgia, the heart of middle Georgia, and that is what we are seeing with these storms as they're racing off towards the north. For Forsyth right now, Bolingbroke shortly, Jackson, and within the next few minutes, we're going to see this warning extended. If it's not extended, I'll be shocked, but just because you don't have a warning doesn't mean you can't see tree power issues. So there's that new warning. So as I expected, a new severe thunderstorm warning does include Peach County, Houston County, Bibb County, Twiggs, Wilkinson, Baldwin, Jones. You get up into Jasper or Putnam and Jasper County. So we got a whole slew of counties now including in this, and this is what we are watching with this storm. So this warning will throw the looking at what the Weather Service is saying, so be patient. Severe thunderstorm warning until 6 a.m. So it looks like they're issuing hour-long warnings. So that is what we are dealing with right now here in middle Georgia. Moving off towards the east at 50 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour winds continue to be the main concern, and this is radar indicated wind. So this is what we are dealing with. So just a heads up, I got that new severe thunderstorm warning for a large portion of middle Georgia. So we're going to stick with it. Again, we're just going to stay online. No need to break into programming right now because the warning, it's not a tornado warning, and it's not a widespread event, but we are watching this line of storms. And again, it looks like the line down towards the south may be intensifying a little bit. So we're going to have to watch that for Macon County, Sumter County. You get it down towards Dooley and Crisp County. We may see a warning issued in that part of our viewing area as well. But just giving you a heads up, we got this line of strong storms and severe storms now approaching the Macon-Bibb area. So just checking a few things real quick. Checking social media, checking our cameras, checking with the National Weather Service, just seeing what they're thinking about these storms. And again, as soon as this line of storms passes your location, you're going to be in the clear. Upson County, you've already been removed from the tornado watch. So it's going to be a one and done event. It's not going to be persistent. It's going to be out of here, and we'll be able to see things get back to normal relatively quickly across middle Georgia. But again, we've got to be taking precautions as we deal with these storms across middle Georgia. So that new warning does include Baldwin as well as Bibb County. The rest of Butts County, that's what we've been seeing with these storms. And again, just looking at some of the radar data, if you're in downtown Macon within the next few minutes, we're going to be seeing a lot of rain. And what we're going to do is start looking at the cameras, especially our camera up at Mercer University looking off towards the west. Let me get this warning pushed out real quick. I'll just ask everyone to be patient with me. One man banding it this morning, but hey, it's what I love to do. So and again, winds of 60 miles per hour, that is the issue with these storms as we continue to watch them very carefully move off towards the east. So see. Yes, Jasper County is included in this, Jones County. And it goes until 6 a.m. So this is what we continue to watch, just these storms. And I'm okay with this. This is okay. We want this system in and out of here. And like I said, I think a lot of people will be able to actually get out and about by mid-morning across middle Georgia. Sunday morning, church services, mass going on. I think you're going to be A-okay for any of that. These storms will be quickly in and out of here. We may still be dealing with some rain, but the severe weather threat will be over with by then, and that is always great news. Again, just be patient with me. We're going to start breaking it down, looking at everything going on with these storms. Like I said, this warning goes until 6 a.m. Let me just make sure. All right, sorry about that. I'm just trying to get that warning pushed out and get things going, alerting people that haven't quite received the warning just yet. But again, this is what we are looking at. We got this line of strong storms making its way through middle Georgia. Currently, it is 5:01. This new warning that does include the city of Macon goes until 6 a.m. So this is what we are dealing with. Little backstory, all of middle Georgia under a tornado watch until 9 a.m. That's great news. Again, we are seeing this watch trimmed. As soon as this line passes your location, you're going to be on the all clear as far as the threat for severe weather. But again, we're going to get this through Washington County and Hancock County and Johnson and Treutlen County before we can give the all clear to middle Georgia. But Upson County, you're in the clear. So it's going to be back towards the west. You're A-okay. The severe weather threat is over. Now, as we look at the radar, it is a mess. And by a mess, I mean it's active. We've got a lot going on with this line of storms as it's racing off towards the north and east. And I'll pause it, and we'll go in a little bit closer, and we're going to put a tracker on this, just giving you an idea of where we're going to see the winds over the next few minutes. And let me double check with the National Weather Service to check on how fast this is moving. Moving to the east at 50 miles per hour. So that will affect my tracker when I put it on. I have to adjust the times. So at 50 miles per hour, here we go. We're going to stick with Monroe County, Bibb County, as well as Crawford County, down into Peach County. We're going to extend this out for 30 minutes, just giving you an idea. So over the next 30 minutes, this is when we can expect to see the worst part of the storms coming through middle Georgia. Lizelle, it's 5:03. You're getting that right now. And again, it's the leading edge. This is where you see those strongest winds. So you're still going to have winds with the actual storms, but we get those gust fronts with these storms. Round Oak, 5:15. Emerson River Park, so essentially the eastern part of Macon, 5:12. I would say just go ahead and be in your safe place in all these places, because these winds 60 miles per hour. If a straight line wind knocks a tree down on your house, or a tornado knocks a tree down on your house, it doesn't matter. There's a tree down on your house. You got to be in your safe place. So Dry Branch, that's going to be closer to 5:26. You got Jones County High School at approximately 5:18. Macon itself at 5:14. And a lot of times that's going to include, and there's it updating right now. So 5:14 still for Macon, and that's going to be downtown Macon. Northern portions of Macon, it's going to be a little bit earlier, maybe closer to 5:10. Washington Park Elementary School, Danes Ferry's at 5:06, and a lot of these over in the Jones County. Northside High School, that's going to be approximately 5:24. So we'll bring this off, and I'm going to slide it off towards the north a little bit. Give people in northern portions of, let me fix this again. Northern portions of Jones County an idea of when they could see this storm. Get into northern portions of Jones County. Then we get this, get up there to Jasper County and Putnam County. So we're going to put a tracker on here for these folks up here. So it's coming through eastern portions of Butts County, Monroe County, and northern portions of Bibb County. We're going to slide this over for 30 minutes, approximately 30 minutes, give or take a minute. So you get to East Juliet at 5:05. That's right now. Jasper County High School at 5:12, Monticello at 5:14. You get up into the Oconee National Forest, approximately 20. Bluntsville, it's going to be approximately 5:26. Haddock at 5:29, and Eatonton at 5:35. So just, again, these are approximate times, give or take a minute or two, because the radar is adjusting as the storms move off towards the east. But again, winds possibly of 60 miles per hour, frequent lightning, very heavy rainfall, and a lot of thunder. A lot of people are going to get woken up this morning across middle Georgia with this line of strong storms. We'll slide back down towards the east, or back down towards the south a little bit, giving you a better picture of what is going on with these storms this morning. And again, what we watch anytime you get severe weather, you get this bowing segment. Notice this is outrunning. It looks like a bow and arrow. This is where you're going to get those strongest winds. Anywhere within these lines, you can get little areas of rotation that can produce a quick spin-up tornado that lasts 2 or 3 minutes, and then will quickly dissipate. But if it hits your house or hits your barn or hits your car, it's going to do some damage. So I always say take things very seriously, especially severe thunderstorm warnings. A lot of people don't take those as seriously as a tornado warning. Always take a severe thunderstorm warning just as serious, because it can do just as much, if not more damage, than tornadoes. Slide down towards the south a little bit. You get these stronger storms in Sly County. Coming out of Taylor County into northern portions of Macon County, as well as Sumter County. Nothing severe down here, but don't let your guard down. If you're up this morning, be paying attention to these storms as they come on through. Future counties up, which are going to be the southern portions of Houston County, Dooley County, Crifts County. And then you get over into Pulaski and Bleckley County and Wilkinson County, Dodge County, Lawrence County, of course. Let's pull up the Macon or the Mercer University camera. We'll see how that's looking. See If we're seeing anything on it, I'm going to have to spin it around. All right. And I'll be checking social media here in just a second. And it looks like the Mercer camera's down, so we'll have to use the one here on top of the station. It's usually how it goes. When you need something, it's not working properly. That's the story of working in TV news. There's always issues I'll deal with. That's part of why I always say you got to have multiple ways to receive severe weather alerts, because technology will always fail you somewhere. NOAA Weather Radio is key, the Skywatch Weather app. One of many things. Let me again try to see if I can dial into the Mercer camera. Saying it's offline, that's unfortunate because that gives us that best vantage point from up on top of the hill. But if I don't have it, I don't have it. So I don't have it. There we go. That's there's an email to engineering I'll have first thing tomorrow morning. But again, tracking these strong storms. It's starting to rain in Macon. Again, where you're seeing those brighter shades of red, that's the most intense part of the thunderstorms as they continue to slide off towards the east. I'll do a temperature check, just show you how the atmosphere has changed a couple of days. It was foggy, it was gray most of the day. That's that warming atmosphere. You could tell the changes were underway. Dew points into the low 60s. Plenty of instability or fuel for the showers and thunderstorms. So not worried about them not having enough fuel. They're going to produce enough, they'll have enough energy to do damage. Again, the tornado watch goes until 9 a.m. And again, the main area of concern, Monroe County, Crawford County. This is about to move into Peach County, Bibb County. Heads up, storming like a Dickens up in Bolingbroke right now. Tremendous amounts of lightning county right now and getting into Jones County. So these are the areas we are most concerned with that threat for those damaging straight line winds. I'm going to step off just for a second and look at something real quick. But again, downtown Macon within the next few minutes. I'm about to put a new track out on this. All right, everything's good over there. Again, we continue to track this activity across middle Georgia. And this is just what we're going to have to deal with until we can get this activity out of here. Leading edge of the storms from Jasper County getting into really portions of Bibb County. I'm going to track it out for the next 15 minutes, give you a general, or I'll go 20 minutes. Next 20 minutes, this is what we're going to be seeing. Peach County High School at 5:14. The shops at River Crossing, which is a northeast Macon, that's going to be approximately 5:14. Middle Georgia State University at 5:16. Downtown Macon at 5:21. Mercer at 5:21. Macon Airport, that's going to be at 5:24. Get down to Warner Robins at 5:27. Monticello currently at 5:15. And again, that's about 4 minutes away. Lake Wildwood, 5:12. So within the minute, we're going to start getting these strong gusty winds moving through that portions of Bibb County. Rutland High School, you see that down there. That's going to be approximately at 5:18. Willard at 5:29. Robins Air Force Base approximately at 5:29. And we're going to continue to see this strongest part of this line of storms slide off towards the east this morning. Just what we are dealing with, you should be seeing the stream or the warnings run across the top of your TV screen. For some reason, we're having a little bit of issues with that, so I'm having to reload that as well. But you should be getting the severe thunder screen right now. And again, sometimes you just have issues. A lot of things don't work properly after we've gone a while without severe weather. So that is what I'm checking. And doesn't seem to be seeing that. But again, we're going to stick to stream Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter as long as we don't have a tornado warning and until these storms get out of middle Georgia. Excuse me. So just one of those mornings, watching things carefully. This is one of those watch events. But again, you see the times, Middle Georgia State University, approximately 5:16. And again, this is where that core, that most strongest wind, this is when it will be impacting these locations. And this will update as the storms move off towards the east. So I'm going to continue to leave that up. But again, looking like downtown Macon at approximately at 5:21. Other locations continue to be gray at 5:25. And again, winds possibly up to 60 miles per hour. Not everywhere along this line you're seeing winds of 60 miles per hour, but you're just got little embedded areas along this line that are producing at least damaging wind gusts, and that's why the National Weather Service continues to go with this warning. And it's warranted. These storms, history of producing quite a bit of damage back towards the west. You look at the life cycle of the storms. If they've been producing damage, they've been producing damage. So they may not be producing damage right now, but in the past, they have been producing damage. So that's what we have been dealing with across the Deep South, really most of the day. And again, just checking stuff, looking at a lot of other things, looking at the wind profiles within this system. Everything's behaving. We don't want any severe weather or any tornado warnings, but we do have that severe weather, that severe thunderstorm warning. And all right. Again, severe thunderstorm warning continues across middle Georgia until 6 a.m. Tornado watch until 9 a.m. with this line of strong storms working through middle Georgia as we speak. So again, just watching things very carefully. Again, working at a lot of different angles. Severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect. We got that tornado watch in effect. And again, Byron at 5:17, Rutland High School approximately 5:18, downtown Macon 5:21. That's when we're going to be watching for the most intense part of this storm to move through, and that is what we are looking at. I'll pull up the Macon camera real quick, see what we're seeing. I've spun it around towards the west-northwest, so we're looking back towards, and that's Mercer, and that's not a live image. Mercer's down at the current time, so we'll get that over to our camera. And again, we're looking, this is MLK Boulevard as you head out towards Interstate 75. Looking off towards the west, temperature currently right now 66 degrees on our Wilson Bryant Heating Air Skycast network. Got wind, south winds at 14 miles per hour. I will say this, a lot of times to get tornadoes in the Deep South, you need a southeasterly surface wind. I like the south wind. I'd rather it be out of the west so we wouldn't have that threat for tornadoes. But a southerly wind that's pumping in the moisture, that's why we're having the fuel. A southeasterly wind that is more conducive. And you just saw that flash of lightning. I'll pan this back to the right just a little bit as we watch these storms get ready to come into middle Georgia. And again, like I said, we love our Wilson Bryant Heating and Air Skycast network. Allows us to look at the storms as they are actually happening. So there's Atrium Navicent up on the hill in downtown. We're going to be looking off towards the northwest at this time. Again, looking towards Mercer University from downtown. That is what we are looking at as we speak. Let me check social media. I hadn't checked social media in a while, and I'm sure I'm getting a lot of questions. Tracy Cooper, wind blowing, hard rain in Fort Valley. Thank you for that update. Montezuma down in Macon County. We'll go back down there in just a second. What about Fort Valley? Yeah, all right, so let's look at some of these other areas. Got a little tunnel vision on some of this stuff, so let's get back to this. Showing the radar, all of middle Georgia right now. You got a line of severe storms and strong storms making its way through middle Georgia currently. Worst part of the storms in Jasper County, eastern portions of Monroe County, now moving into Jones County, Bibb County, west or eastern portions of Crawford County, Peach County. That's going to be Fort Valley. You get towards Byron, you get downtown Macon, you're getting towards Gray, you get up towards Monticello. These are the locations that are about to get hit with these line of severe storms. And again, it's severe because winds of 60 miles per hour have been detected within the storm. You slide down towards the south, you get into Macon County, Montezuma itself, and Sumter County, Americus. Not currently severe, but still producing gusty winds, maybe 40 to 50 miles per hour. Winds have to be at least 58 miles per hour to be considered a severe thunderstorm warning. Anywhere within this severe thunderstorm warning up in our northern and central counties, that's where we could see those winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. But 40 to 50 mile per hour winds can still bring down trees and cause power issues, so don't let your guard down. These down in Macon as well as Sumter County will be moving into Crisp County, Dooley County, and the rest of Houston County shortly. Now, the main core of storms that we are watching coming into Macon as we speak, our western suburbs are dealing with the heaviest rainfall. So we'll get in real close. Lake Tobosoffke, you're getting heavy rainfall. Lake Wildwood, Lizella, Middle Georgia State. You see the shops at River Crossing. That's what we're looking at right now. Bolingbroke, you're under that intense line of storms as we speak. So 475, here's 75, and then you get the 75-16 split. It's starting to rain here in downtown Macon at the station. I can hear the rain hit the rooftop at the station. Now this is coming through, say, Northside Drive up in that part of the city. Zebulon Road, the Walmart, the Lowe's right now getting hammered with this heavy rainfall and gusty winds with these storms coming through. Up towards Bass Road, the Publix up that way, the shops at River Crossing, that's where we're getting these heavier storms as of right now. And you slide down towards the south, you can see heavy rainfall. Where you see these brighter shades of red, that's tremendous amounts of rain falling. You get a few specks of white in there. That could be where we're dealing with some hail within some of these storms. So that's in Crawford County. That'll be heading over towards the city of Byron. Warner Robins starting to rain in your area. Bon Air, Rutland. You'll get these strong gusty winds here shortly. You can get up to the north of Macon. You got Lake Juliet, then you cross over into Jones County. So there's Round Oak, there's the city of Gray, there's Haddock. Starting to rain a little bit in Gray, but the more intense part of the line is in the western portions of the county as we speak. And then as we slide up towards Jasper County, you're getting from Hillsboro up towards Monticello, tremendous amounts of rain. Jackson, High Falls State Park, it is still raining. The severe weather threat is over for you. Forsyth, severe weather threat is over for you. I'll give the all clear for Taylor County, Lamar County, you're in the clear. Forsyth, most of Monroe County, except this extreme southeastern corner, you're in the clear as far as the severe weather threat now. Western half of Crawford County, you are in the clear. What we are looking at is along and east of that line is where that greatest chance for severe weather is. Again, we're going to watch this camera for a minute. We were seeing some lightning earlier as these storms get ready to roll into middle Georgia, or they're already rolling into middle Georgia, rolling into downtown Macon. And again, we'll be watching it. Winds south at 14 miles per hour, temperature 66 degrees. It's a warm and muggy December night across middle Georgia, and that is why we are dealing with these strong storms as they are working their way through. You see the lightning right there. That lightning is going to continue to increase over the next few minutes as we continue to track these storms here in middle Georgia, as they continue to produce very gusty winds, frequent lightning, heavy rainfall, maybe some small hail, and overall continue to slide off towards the east, southeast at approximately, or southeast, northeast at approximately 50 miles per hour. So again, watching things all on our Wilson Bryant Heating and Air Skycast Network. Again, looking off towards the north, that's the hospital you're seeing, Atrium Navicent. And we continue to just watch these storms make their way into downtown Macon as we speak. So again, within the next couple of minutes, we'll wait on that a little bit more. I have that picture off camera, just looking at it. And again, strongest part of the storms coming through. We'll get in there closer. All right, Wesleyan College, so you're up on Vineville Avenue, getting that heavy thunderstorm activity, that very heavy rainfall. It's about to make it into downtown Macon. So again, just watching things carefully as these storms continue to move right into downtown Macon. Go back to the camera. I'm actually going to start to spin it around so we can see more of downtown and just give you an idea that storms coming through middle Georgia rather rapidly. Again, once this line passes downtown Macon, we are going to be in the clear. This is a one and done event. It's going to be quickly in and out of here. And again, we're looking off towards the west, starting to see the raindrops on the camera. And I'm going to continue to pan off towards the south and east. Again, looking down MLK Boulevard. That gives us a great vantage point of the city and the city lights. Pan down, and then a lot of times we can look at the trees and see, especially with it being a nighttime event, gives us a vantage point of how those winds are whipping, how the rain is looking. And again, as that continues to spin around, as the Fickling building, and then we're going to pan down towards the MLK Boulevard. And again, you see that is what we're dealing with. It's starting to rain in downtown Macon as we speak. You see the raindrops falling. But again, anywhere in Macon-Bibb County, need to be in your safe place. It's a severe thunderstorm warning, winds possibly up to 60 miles per hour, anywhere along this line, from Warner Robins all the way to Monticello. This has been that main area of the line we've been watching for that severe threat due to those winds of up to 60 miles per hour. That is coming through the city of Macon as we speak. Byron, Fort Valley, up next, Warner Robins. Then it's going to get over towards Jeffersonville. Gray, it's about to move through your area. It's coming through Monticello as we speak, so heads up Eatonton and then Milledgeville. So we'll go in a little bit closer, continue to put the track on this, give you an updated timeline on when we can expect the storms, especially coming through downtown Macon. It's coming through right now. Winds are about to pick up. We're going out approximately 30 minutes. Just some of the locations we are looking at. Warner Robins at 5:30, currently 5:27. Robins Air Force Base at 5:33. Jeffersonville at 5:49. You get over to Wilkinson County High School at 5:57. Rutland 5:27, so essentially right now we're seeing that leading edge approach you, and then it'll last about 10 to 15 minutes as far as that most intense part of the storm, and then it will quickly be pushing over towards the east. But Haddock at 5:38, you got James at 5:35, and then currently Clinton at 5:29. We'll pull that back off, continue to show the radar. this leading edge. So coming into gray, coming through downtown Macon as we speak, our winds and rain are about to increase tremendously. Northern sections of Macon, heavy rainfall. That's going to be around Zebulon Road, Bass Road. You get up towards Northside Drive, the shops at River Crossing. A lot of heavy rainfall with this storm activity moving through. Not expecting any flash flooding. That's certainly some great news because this is moving through so quick. But I will note, especially on 16 where that construction continues, you don't have the best drainage right now because of all the construction. So keep that in mind. You may be having to deal with some areas of flash flooding along Interstate 16 and 75 in those construction areas. But as far as the overall threat in those low-lying areas, this is going to be moving through relatively quickly. We'll go back to the camera. I can hear it hitting the roof. I hear the wind howling outside. So let's look at the camera downtown Macon as we speak as the storms come through. You're about to see this change drastically within the next couple of minutes. Heavy rainfall. See a few people out and about. It is 5:28 on this Sunday morning. A lot of people start getting up at this time. But again, the rain starting to come down relatively heavy. You see it hitting our camera. There you go. You're starting to see the wind and the sheets of rain in the city lights. That's why I like looking down MLK Boulevard, because you can really start to see the intensity of these storms as they're moving through. But again, severe thunderstorm warning, winds up to 60 miles per hour, making its way through middle Georgia as we speak. And that is what we continue to deal with here in middle Georgia. Heavy rainfall in downtown Macon as we speak. This is the severe part of the storm. Now, will we see winds of 60 miles per hour? I don't know. We just have to wait and see. Not the entire line is producing 60 mile per hour winds, but anywhere within the line, it is certainly capable that we could be seeing some of those strong straight line winds. And again, it's going to be until 6 a.m. This warning will likely get extended off towards the east. Again, I just think they're going to stick with the warning all the way through middle Georgia. And that's perfectly all right. Better safe than sorry. But again, these storms have had a history of producing damage back towards the west. But again, strongest part of the line, Jasper County, getting ready to move into Putnam County. You get Jones County, Bibb County itself, Peach and Houston County, and then stronger storms, not necessarily severe, in Macon County, coming into southern Houston County, and then that'll get into Dooley as well as Crisp County and Sumter County. Again, anywhere within this line, be mindful that we could see a quick spin-up tornado as well. We've seen that across Alabama as this storm moved through. Had a tornado warning earlier up near Peachtree City. That has since expired, but we're going to continue to watch this. We'll go back to the camera, see what we're seeing downtown from our rooftop. It'll be relatively small. Haven't been getting a lot of reports of hail with this event, even back towards the west. But you see heavy rainfall right now, gusty winds. That wind's out at the airport. That's going to adjust here shortly as we continue to deal with these strong storms. Probably getting winds 40 to 50 miles per hour right now here in downtown Macon. A few people out and about on MLK Boulevard. We're looking down towards Poplar Street. Hopefully no issues this morning as we go through the early morning hours, so we continue to track this severe weather as it makes its way through middle Georgia. Dial back and look at social media. Again, I'm kind of all over the place, just a lot going on. We continue to track these storms throughout middle Georgia, and that's just what we have to do. Again, making sure everything looks good. Yeah, it's quite stormy out there in middle Georgia. Not getting any reports of damage. That's always certainly some good news. But we're in constant communication with the National Weather Service office in Atlanta. They cover all the counties in middle Georgia. They're responsible for issuing watches and warnings and they continue to issue this warning. But we're also in here with all the EMA directors and sheriff departments and fire departments. If they see any damage or have any reports of damage, we usually see that pretty quickly through our NWS chat feature. So that is certainly some great news. But severe thunderstorm warning continues for Baldwin, Bibb, Houston, Jasper, Jones, Peach, Putnam, Twiggs, and Wilkinson County until 6 a.m. As soon as this line passes your location, you're going to be in the clear. Crawford County, Taylor County, Upson County, Lamar, Monroe, Butts County, you're in the clear. Severe weather threat is over for you. It is just this one line we're going to be dealing with. Yes, you're going to be dealing with this rain. This rain extends all the way back to about Montgomery, Alabama, but it's just plain rain with some embedded lightning. The main area of concern is along this line of thunderstorms and out ahead of it. This is where we have to watch for the next couple of hours as this line of strong to severe storms continues to make its way off towards the east. Intense red color, that's where you're seeing the most intense rainfall, maybe some small hail. You're seeing the lightning, and the good news is this feature, this part of the line, not producing as much lightning as it was earlier. That kind of shows that the storms are not as intense as they were earlier, but still, radar is indicating winds of up to 60 miles per hour with this coming through middle Georgia as we speak. As we look at downtown once again, heavy rainfall, some gusty winds. Good news is not seeing any power flashes, anything like that, so it looks like not going to have any power outages downtown. Doesn't mean you're not going to see power outages, but just downtown Macon just gives us an idea of what's going on. Notice not a lot of lightning. We have been seeing a few flashes here and there, but you notice the winds are whipping. Heavy rainfall right now moving through downtown Macon and really a large portion of our viewing area. Again, just a reminder, all of middle Georgia continues to be under a tornado watch, but once again, Butts County, Lamar County, Monroe County, Crawford County, Taylor County, you're in the clear. This tornado threat is over with you because that line has pushed through, and we should start to see these counties get chopped away or clipped out of the watch here soon. We may even see an additional round. Bibb County, as soon as this line makes it through, we're in the clear, but we got to get this out of Macon and as well as this Bibb County. I see over into Jones County, really starting to push into Putnam County right now, portions of Baldwin County, you get into Wilkinson and Twiggs. And again, heads up Hancock County, the rest of Baldwin County, Washington County, as well as Wilkinson County. I really think this warning will get extended into your location. We're going to continue to watch these storms down towards the south as they push off towards the east. We got to get everything through our viewing area before we can give you the all clear. But from Johnson County to Truitland County to Montgomery and Wheeler County, that's where we're going to continue to watch the southern portions of the line. So northern portions going to continue rapidly pushing off towards the east. The back end is a little bit slower, that southern portion, but still we have to watch that. Even though there's not any warnings down there currently, doesn't mean you can't be getting severe winds. It doesn't mean you can't see a quick spin-up tornado. It's just the atmosphere is very volatile. Sure, it's warm and moist outside, but the dynamics with the system, the upper level forcing, that's why it's making the system so potent. This is why we've seen numerous tornadoes across Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana yesterday evening, and overnight. It has caused some fatalities that I know of back towards the west. Hopefully we don't have anything like that here in middle Georgia, but then you have to look at the history of the storms. If they've been producing damage, likely they can still be producing damage. That's just how we have to look at things. And these things cycle up in intensity, cycle down in intensity, and that is what we are looking at right now. Not as much lightning, but still very heavy rainfall, some gusty winds, some small hail. And if you're seeing any damage or you know of anything going on, you can gladly, or you the station through chime in. That is one way we like to crowdsource people. Let us know what you're seeing if it is safe. Don't be outside in the thunderstorm if you're seeing down power lines. Just let us know. Send pictures of maybe some of the heavy rainfall, pictures of hail, pictures of any damage you see. If there is any damage, you can share it at wgxa.tv/chime in, or you can scan that QR code right now. And again, we can always look at that. We relay that information to the National Weather Service as well as the newsroom, and that lets us know if there was any damage, and hopefully we can better understand the situation that occurred today with this line of strong to severe storms working through. Again, I'm liking what I'm seeing right now, but still, got to be careful with these storms. Anything can happen very quickly. But severe thunderstorm warning continues for the next 22 minutes until 6 a.m. for eastern portions of Jasper County, all of Putnam County, Jones County, Macon, Bibb County, Peach County, Houston County, portions of Twiggs County, as well as Wilkinson and Baldwin County. But like I said, rest of Wilkinson, Baldwin, Hancock, Washington, and maybe go ahead and say Johnson, probably northern portions of Lawrence County, we're going to see this warning get extended over towards the east. And then once it gets out of these eastern counties, we'll be all good. We still have to watch our southern counties as well. Things can always rapidly intensify. You got a lot of warm southerly air surging north. If you're outside, it's smuggy. So foggy the past couple of days because we're seeing that atmosphere change, but that is what we are seeing with right now. Getting a few questions about the upcoming week of weather. Well, good news is certainly some good news. The next 7 to 10 days after today, it is quiet. Tomorrow and Tuesday, which is New Year's Eve, about upper 60s and low 70s, mainly sunny conditions. Great weather for New Year's Eve, wherever you're ringing in the new year. Can't rule out a late night shower, but most of us will be dry. It's going to be associated with the front, and that front's going to start to bring colder weather. 2025 is going to start off cold. I'll go ahead and tell you that, as temperatures will be falling down into the 50s by the end of the week. Overnight lows freezing. These numbers will probably be adjusted downward. And then as we roll towards that first full week of 2025, I'm talking about the 6th through the 13th, a lot of the models suggest could be some of the coldest weather in years move into the deep south. We'll watch that carefully. A lot can change over the next 10 to 14 days, but the following week we are likely going to be dealing with some bitterly cold Arctic air invading the eastern 2/3 of the U.S. But this week, New Year's Day, looking dry. So make sure you're ready to eat those black-eyed peas and greens and all that stuff. Tornado watch, great news. It's being canceled. We'll look at that in just a second for some of our western counties. Into the weekend, it's going to be clear and dry and much colder. Temperatures falling below average. We may struggle to reach the 50s many days. And again, like I said, the following week's going to be very cold. But the week ahead looks good. We just got to get through this morning. Now, here's the updated tornado watch. What we like to see, more and more counties are being trimmed out of it. And that has not updated yet, but I just got the update that the watch had been canceled for Taylor and Monroe. So we'll let this update in just a second, and we'll start to see things clear out. That's certainly some great news. As I said, as soon as this line is pushing by your location, excuse me, all right, so Butts County as well as Crawford, Lamar, Monroe, Sly, and Taylor counties. You're clear from the tornado watch. I know our map's not showing it, but you're in the clear as far as the tornado watch. The severe weather threat is over for you. Going back to the radar, again, I'm bouncing around a lot, and I apologize, but there's just a lot of information coming in. I want to make sure we're getting the most out there and making sure we're getting the most accurate data out there. And again, here is that severe thunderstorm warning. Worst part of the storm coming through Jones County, as well as getting through downtown Macon. We'll go in, put some trackers out. Haven't done that in the last few minutes. Give an idea of where some of the worst the weather was going to be. Again, the line of storms, that leading edge is moving at approximately 50 miles per hour. And then we'll do the next 30 minutes, we'll do the next 30 minutes, just to give you an idea. So, 8 and 10 at 5:43, so a minute away. Veterans High School down in Houston County at 5:46. The Camp Christian Conference Center at 5:50. That's over in Wilkinson County. You get over towards Devereaux at 6:05, McIntyre at 6:02, Wilkinson County High School at 6:01, Sparta at 6:11. You're on the edge of that. And then Bon Air at 5:46. You got Gordon at 5:52, Jeffersonville at 5:57, and Lake Oconee at 5:59. Again, these are approximate times. It can be off a minute or two. It's just depending on your exact location. But again, I really think we'll get a new severe thunderstorm warning off towards the east here very shortly, at least for Hancock as well as the rest of Baldwin County. We get into Washington County, Wilkinson County, and it may get into northern Lawrence County as well. So that is what we are watching with this. So be prepared. And we may see additional warnings issued down towards the south as well. And hear the thunder here in downtown Macon. So those storms are rolling through, probably waking a lot of people up right now in the city of Macon. Down towards Houston County, you get Warner Robins, you get Perry, some of that line. And that warning may be extended off towards the south a little bit. So we're going to continue to watch that over the next few minutes. And I really think by the time we get to 8 or 9 o'clock, it's going to be out of Middle Georgia. So you'll be able to go about your business and continue about what you had planned today. The weather will be improving. I think we get some sunshine this afternoon. It's going to be a mild day, 60s and 70s hours, and we'll start to see improving weather through the rest of today. And like I showed you on the extended forecast, great weather all week long. I know a lot of people, all the kids are still out of school until after the first of the year. Great weather. So we'll go from the 60s and 70s on Monday and Tuesday. New Year will be low 60s, and it will be falling into the 50s as we head towards the end of the week. So the first few days of 2025. Again, let us know what you're seeing. I'm checking social media right now, see who's yelling at me. Trail Moss, you're welcome. Keeping you informed. That's what I'm doing. Montezuma, you're in the clear for the most part. The storms are pushing off towards the east of you. It's now in Jones County. Thank you, Miss Sands. That's what we're watching. So it'll be quickly moving in and out. It'll last about 10, 15 minutes at your location, and then you can go about your business. But I am waiting on a new severe thunderstorm warning to come out for at least those remaining eastern Hancock, Baldwin, Washington, the rest of Wilkinson County, Lawrence County. And again, it may get extended down towards the south too, so it could include portions of Bleckley County, Lawrence County, Johnson County. And again, it's this leading edge. This is the part of the storm we're watching carefully. A lot of lightning with this storm, but not as much lightning as we saw earlier. Great news. That means the storms are not as intense. Lightning will show you how strong a thunderstorm is a lot of times because of the upward momentum, what causes the lightning to be created. If you see lightning start to increase in a thunderstorm, it usually means it's intensifying. So that is what we are looking at right now across Middle Georgia as we continue to deal with these strong storms this morning. So again, just what we are dealing with across Middle Georgia. Got that tornado watch until 10 a.m. 9 a.m., but that is quickly being whittled away off towards the west. So let me go back and look at this. And for some reason, our crawl is having some issues tonight, and I apologize for that. What you're seeing at home on your TV, so we'll pop it there, see if that helps. And again, it's just, again, we haven't used it in a while. We haven't had much severe weather lately. So we're seeing some issues as we currently look at the overall setup. But again, tornado watch in effect for most of Middle Georgia until 9 a.m. That'll get adjusted here shortly. Just watching things very carefully across the mid-state right now. Crawl is working right now, so you can see that on ABC 16 as well as Fox 24. But again, going to continue this live stream until the severe weather threat has ended. Be able to give you the all clear here shortly in Macon, Bibb County. That's always some great news. But as we continue to watch these storms as I speak, getting into Putnam County now. Jasper County, you are in the clear. Bibb County, you're almost in the clear. Peach County, you are in the clear as far as the severe weather threat. Macon County, Sumter County, you're in the clear as far as the severe weather threat. Now we're still watching the southern Houston County down towards Dooley County and Chris County. Again, get ready for another warning to be issued off towards the east by 6 o'clock, and it'll be here shortly, but the current warning goes until 6 a.m. And again, even if they don't issue a warning, still be mindful, keep your eye on the sky, keep that, stay weather aware. That tornado watch means conditions are favorable for tornadoes, so we continue that for at least the next little while. See if that watch updated. Sometimes there's a little glitch in the system coming down. Has not updated yet. We'll get a new update here soon. But again, just watching things, that's what we do. There it was. There we did. There it is. So that's what we were waiting to see. So we got that new update coming in. Bibb County, you're out of it now. Jones County, Jasper County, that's the latest update. Peach County, you are in the clear. So along and west of Macon, severe weather threat is over. I'll give you the all clear. Sure, it's still raining. You're getting some lightning. You're getting some thunder. Severe weather threat is over. It is east of Macon, east of Interstate 75, where we continue to have to watch until 9 a.m., but I really think this line of storms is going to be out of Middle Georgia by 9 a.m., and we'll be able to give you the all clear. So that is certainly some good news. But here is that line of storms as it continues to work its way through the mid-state as we speak. Again, got that severe thunderstorm warning. This goes until 6 a.m. Within 10 minutes, we'll likely see an extension of that. I think they will extend it. They may go ahead and extend it down towards the south as well, just to go ahead and cover where it looks like this line of storms kind of intensifying a little bit, so keep that in mind over the next few minutes. So just a heads up, Pulaski County, Wilcox County, I get those confused, I'm sorry. Bleckley County, Dodge County, Telfair County, Dublin, and Lawrence County, Johnson County, Washington County, Hancock County. Get ready for a warning or something within the next couple of minutes. And they may not issue it as far south as I'm saying, but just a heads up that these storms are approaching your area, and that'll be moving into the Pulaski County, Bleckley County area here shortly, coming through southern Houston County, Perry, heavy rainfall down towards the Georgia State Fairgrounds, or the Georgia National Fairgrounds. City of Warner Robins, a lot of lightning and thunder with these storms. And you're getting a lot of storms up near the lakes right now. That's going to be heading over towards Lake Oconee, Lake Sinclair, heavy rainfall, so do keep that in mind. This is quickly in and out of here. We're not expecting any flooding issues, any flash flooding, but as I was saying earlier, where they're doing all the construction on Interstate 16 that will never end, it just looks like we're going to continue to have some areas of pockets of flooding there. Be careful, because the drainage is not great where they're adding the new lanes and everything. They're trying to shift the lanes. We just got to be patient, but just be mindful. That's the area where we could see some flooding along the construction areas. And there's that new severe thunderstorm warning. We knew we would get it, and that's probably going to go until 7 o'clock. But this is the area that we continue to watch now. Hancock County, the rest of Baldwin County, does get into Bleckley County, and let's see the official specifics on it. I just wanted to see the expiration time. It's going to be until 6:45. So that is what we are looking at, that new severe thunderstorm warning for let's look at them all. We got all right, we got Hancock, we got Washington, we got Baldwin, the eastern portions of Baldwin, that's what we're looking at with this one. Wilkinson, the rest of Wilkinson, Johnson, going to be close to Wrightsville. Lawrence County, we figured the Lawrence County would be included in this. You get down into Bleckley County, that's going to be the city of Cochran as well. You get the rest of Twiggs County. Portions of Houston County are included in that, so just looking at things carefully. All right, so again, severe thunderstorm warning. Look at the specifics from the National Weather Service, seeing if they're seeing, excuse me. Moving east at 35, so slow down a little bit. Still looks to be winds of 60 miles per hour. That's the main concern within this line. So as it continues to push off towards the east rapidly, winds of 60 miles per hour continue to be the main concern from the National Weather Service office. So that is what we are dealing with currently here in Middle Georgia. Get a drink of water, excuse me. But as far as giving the all clear, I know it's still raining in many of our western counties, but the all clear. Macon-Bibb County. It's still coming down in buckets here, but the severe weather threat is over for Macon-Bibb County, as well as Jones County, Jasper County, Lamar, Monroe, Butts, Monroe, Lamar, Thomaston, Upson, Crawford, Taylor, Macon, Sumter, Sly. Severe weather threat is over. Yes, it's going to rain for a few more hours, but the severe weather threat is only along this line of storms and out ahead of it. That's where we're going to continue to watch stuff. That new severe thunderstorm warning that does include Sparta, Milledgeville, Sandersville, gets down towards almost Wrightsville and Dublin, as well as Cochran, Jeffersonville. That's going to go until 6:45. So as we look at the radar, I'll put some trackers on that in just a second. Excuse me. Maybe I gotta do that. All right, so load that. I gotta update this graphic just to show you what we're seeing. So slowed down some, but not too worried about that as we speak. I'll put approximately 40 miles per hour going out there. All right, so all right, and we always like to track that leading edge. A lot of times along this severe thunderstorm warning, where you get this tight gradient, that's that leading edge of those the strongest winds. And that's what we're going to track on this as we head through the next few minutes. So pulling that down and then heading out, I'm going to do approximately 30 minutes from now, just to give you an idea. Diedrich at 5:59, so you're 2 minutes away from getting the storm. Wilkinson County High School, approximately 6 o'clock. 3 minutes out. Underwood at 6:07, Irvington at 6:04, Cochran Motorsports Park at 6:12, Bleckley County High School at 6:13, Hancock County High School, that's going to be at 6:19, 3, and Dudley at 6:26. And again, approximate times, and it's going to be for this leading edge as it continues to slide off towards the east. Danville, 6:08. You get Milledgeville at 6:01. Again, we always say severe thunderstorm warnings, take them just as seriously as a tornado warning. I always say if a tree falls on your house and it's done by damaging winds and not a tornado, what does it matter? It was a tree's on your house, so it's just as bad. Severe thunderstorm warnings are dangerous. Just keep that in mind. But we don't have that real big tornado threat, but that doesn't mean we're not going to see a tornado over the next few minutes or so. We still have that tornado watch. But just again, give you the heads up on approximate times with these storms arriving into your location. You got Devereaux at approximately 6:10, Linton at 6:17, Tabernacle at 6:25. And again, this is getting you over. When it gets closer to Dublin and Lawrence County, we'll look at the camera down that way. Maybe give us a good vantage point. Maybe could get some daylight by then, but sunrise still a little late right now. It's still dark outside. But again, this is what we are dealing with these storms this morning. Heavy rainfall with these storms, tracking off towards the east at 35 miles per hour. Looking at some of the go to Eatonton to Lake Sinclair, you're getting down to Milledgeville. It's coming through Gordon and Ivy as we speak. We'll be approaching Oconee, McIntyre, Irvington, Dry Branch. It has come through you. Jeffersonville, within the next couple of minutes, you're going to be getting some heavy rainfall. You get towards Danville, Montrose, Dudley, right to the city of Dublin. Is where we're seeing the warning. So it does include the city of Dublin. You get Cary down into Bleckley County. Bleckley County. You got the city of Cochran, Chester. Here's Highway 23. You got 112 that takes you from Cochran up towards Interstate 16 as well. It's one of the routes you can take. And then you slide down towards the south. There's the municipal airport. You get into watching this line of strong storms off towards your east. It's right along Interstate 75, from Bucky to Perry to Elko, Unadilla, Vienna, Cordele. This will be sliding towards Wallace, Finlayson, Hawkinsville, Rochelle, Abbeville here within the next 20 minutes or so. No official warning, but keep that in mind. You don't have to be under a severe thunderstorm warning or even a tornado warning to have a severe thunderstorm or tornado. Sometimes these things can just uptick in intensity. Dodge County heads up next, then we'll get over to Telfair County, and then you get into Wheeler and Montgomery County, Treutlen County with these storms. All this is going to be moving off towards the east at approximately 35 miles per hour. So continue to just track this activity. If you are west of Interstate 75, you are in the clear. If you're north of a line from Macon to, I would say, Eatonton, north and west, you're in the clear. The severe weather threat is over. Severe weather threat only exists right here along this portion of the line of storms as we're looking at it coming through our eastern counties as we speak. So that's certainly some good news. The severe weather threat is quickly waning as the line of storms moves through. That's what we always want to see. We don't want these long, prolonged, drawn-out events that can last for 8 to 10 hours that we a lot of times see during severe weather season. And it is severe weather season. Severe weather season in the Deep South, it runs from November through May. There's not a spring and fall season anymore. It's just one long season because we can get severe weather in the month of December as easily as we can the month of March, and we're seeing that. But again, from a line Jasper, Jones, Macon, Bibb County, then Peach County, Macon County itself, and then Sumter back towards the north and west, you are in the clear. If you're east of that line, you still have this tornado watch until 9 a.m. But again, once the line passes your location, you'll be trimmed out of this watch. And I don't think it'll make it to 9 o'clock. I think the rain and thunderstorm activity, one of the radars, or one of the forecast models, it's a little bit behind. So I this is what we're looking at right now. I know it's an hour off, so let's just think about it like that. So currently it's 6 o'clock, so we'll look at these. You get to 8 o'clock, this will be what we're looking at. By 8 o'clock, it'll be well to the east of us. And then the severe weather threat, I think severe weather threat's over by 8 o'clock for all of middle Georgia, in all honesty. So shouldn't prevent you if you go to church on Sunday, go to Mass, whatever you need to do. The weather shouldn't prevent you. Sure, it's still going to be raining this morning, but the severe weather threat will be over with. So that is great news. Again, just looking at the long-range stuff, just looking at the next 10 days. Let's talk about the new year. It looks good. We'll have a few clouds for New Year's Eve. Maybe some more clouds Tuesday night with a front coming through, and then that starts to bring in colder air as we head towards 2025. But this week looks great. This was the only day we were going to have to worry about. And like I said, long range. The following week it looks to be very, very cold, but we'll worry about that the next week. This week looks good. Your Monday and Tuesday, your New Year's festivities will be a-okay across middle Georgia. So that is what we're happy to see. It's got a new update. Let's just check on that, see what they're saying. Again, constant communication with the National Weather Service in Atlanta because they cover all the counties. Now, that initial warning has been allowed to expire. We only have one severe thunderstorm warning right now, and it covers a large swath of our eastern counties, ranging from eastern Putnam County, all of Hancock County, most of Baldwin County, most of Washington County, all of Wilkinson County, Lawrence County, northern portions of Dodge County, just about all of Bleckley County, Twiggs County, and extreme eastern parts of Houston County. From there, off towards the east, that's where we could be dealing with these strong to severe storms, possibly producing winds of 60 miles per hour. They are producing quite a bit of cloud-to-ground lightning, and those gusty winds, 40 to 30 to 50 miles per hour, are certainly possible, but the warning is for winds of 60 miles per hour. Down towards the south, southern Houston County, Pulaski County, you get down into Dooley County and Crisp County. These storms are making their way off towards the east. Wilcox County, you're going to be seeing these storms. The rest of Dodge County, including the city of Eastman. Winds 30, 40, 50 miles per hour. Nothing severe, but still 40 to 50 mile per hour winds can cause tree and power issues. A lot of lightning with these storms as they continue to push off towards the east. And this is it. This is all we have to deal with this morning is this line of storms. Once it gets to the east, we're going to be done. Sure, we're going to have some rain, and we'll look back towards the west a little bit just to give you an idea how far west the rain extends. And it extends to almost the state line, a little past the state line. If you know Auburn, Opelika, and Lee County, Alabama, stretching down towards Dothan. This is where the city of Montgomery, Alabama is. So it's now east of Montgomery. So we'll have this rain and lightning to deal with, but the only threat for severe weather is along this boundary, this initial band, as it continues to move off towards the east. Once this gets out of middle Georgia, we are all in the clear, and essentially half of middle Georgia is already in the clear. Sure, we're still dealing with the rain, but that is all we are dealing with at this time. Should get an update here soon from the National Weather Service. Again, you can see it. It's moving off towards the east. It has slowed down some. It's moving approximately 35 to 40 miles per hour. That's what the National Weather Service is saying as we speak, as it continues to slide off towards the east. So, excuse me, that is what we are dealing with here in middle Georgia as we speak with some of these stronger storms. Looking at something over here. Let us know what you're seeing. Jones County, you are out of the bad weather. That's great news. You are in the clear. Lorena, so let's see, just looking at stuff, we can All right, let's see what we got going on. Still looking at that severe thunderstorm warning until 6:45. Again, Baldwin, Bleckley, Dodge, Hancock, Houston, a lot of these counties will be removed from the next update, so that's certainly some great news. We continue to track some stuff. Just looking at things. Tina, this is Middle Georgia. Santa Rosa, I know, is down in the Florida Panhandle. You'll need to be watching. The Mobile and Pensacola stations down there. Used to cover Santa Rosa County, so I appreciate you sticking with me, but I'm no longer down in that part of the country, so I cover Middle Georgia specifically now. Again, just watching everything carefully over the next few, maybe hours, so I think that's when things will start to wind down here in Middle Georgia. Just watching, make sure the crawl's up on TV, ABC 16 and Fox 24. I know we'll have that weather crawl going. And it keeps going off, and that's... All right, so we'll go back to that. Again, until 6:45, that's that latest warning. Currently 6:09 on this Sunday morning across Middle Georgia. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Stinnett. We continue to track a line of strong to severe storms making its way through Middle Georgia as we speak. It's had a history of producing damage back towards the west. We continue to track it to make sure everyone is informed and aware that the storm continues to push through eastern portions of Putnam County. It's heading into Hancock County. The rest of Baldwin County, Washington County, you get into Wilkinson and Twiggs County, and down into Bleckley County, as well as portions of Dodge County. So that is what we are watching currently. I'll get back up here, show you some stuff we are watching as this storm continues to track off towards the east at 30 miles per hour. We'll put a new tracker on here. Some of these counties or some of these areas. We'll start down into Twiggs County as well as Wilkinson County. Again, it's that leading edge that we have to watch. That's where there's the threat for the strong gusty winds will be coming through Cary and Jeffersonville right now. It's tracking off towards the east. This is going to be the next 30 minutes or so. Danville at 6:12, so you're a minute away from that. The Middle Georgia State University Cochran campus, that's going to be at approximately 6:16. Toomsboro, that's going to be at 6:17. Fraser at 6:22. Yonkers at 6:27. Dudley at 6:29. And then you'll get to Dublin. That's going to be approximately right at about 6:45. Fairview Park Hospital at 6:40. West Lawrence Middle School at 6:41. You get to Montrose at 6:21, Cochran Motorsports Park at 6:13. So this is in this part of the storm that's going to be working off towards the east. We'll slide up towards the north a little bit, give people up into our northeastern counties a better understanding of where the worst of the weather is going to be, where the worst of the weather is and where it will be arriving. Again, you pull it along the leading edge of this, and then we'll pull it out 30 minutes or so. And this gives you, again, approximate times of when the worst weather will be moving through. So Beulah, 6:13 within the next minute or so. Sparta is 6:21. That's going to be wrong. I looked at that wrong. 6:21. It'll be there earlier than that. But Oconee, we're looking at approximately... All right, Oconee Fall Line Technical College. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place this morning. At 6:32, Twin City Country Club at 6:34, Hamburg State Park at 6:38, and then Jewel finally at 6:39. So that's getting into Washington and Hancock County and northern portions of Wilkinson Wilkinson County. Again, other locations, you get the Tabernacle at 627, Beach Hill at 626, Hancock State Prison, approximately 624, Linton at 619, Jewel will be at 639. And again, this is just the part of the line that is got the severe thunderstorm warning, and that's why we're watching that this morning. It continues to race off towards the northeast at approximately 35 miles per hour. Update on the tornado watch is, like I said, if you are west of Interstate 75, you are in the clear. We're going to get more counties cut out of this here shortly, so that's certainly some great news. All clear back towards the west. That's what we love to see. Still got to deal with this line coming through. I would say it's 6:13. By 7 o'clock, it's mainly going to be out of our eastern counties, our northeastern counties, 8 o'clock for our southeastern counties. So we got about an hour and a half left of having to, and then it will quickly be out of here, and we'll just be left with, this is what we call stratiform rain. It's the rain left over behind the thunderstorms, steady at times, a little bit of lightning mixing in, but no severe weather threat. The severe weather threat along this line and off towards the east. That's where you have to stay weather aware. Up next, the next lines, or the next counties, you got Wilcox County, Pulaski County, Bleckley County right now, Dodge, Telfair County, the rest of Dublin and Lawrence County, Johnson County, and Hancock County, as well as Washington County, dealing with these storms coming through. Macon, Bibb County, Monroe County, Taylor County, it's still coming down, moderate to steady rain in many locations, and we're going to be dealing with this for the next few hours. But the only thing we're concerned with is this line of storms working off towards the east at approximately 35 to 40 miles per hour. So just looking at stuff very carefully across middle Georgia. Good news is no active tornado warnings. That's always great news. And then hopefully we're making it through this with no damage, no issues, no flash flooding expected with this line of storms moving quickly. Beneficial rain. We've been dry lately. We still need some rain. But overall, we are dealing with pretty decent weather the rest of the next 7 to 10 days. That's certainly some great news. Again, it is 6:16 on this Sunday morning. It's December 29th as we get ready to round out 2024. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Stinnett. Our last severe weather threat of 2024, that is what we are dealing with across middle Georgia. And good news is more counties have been removed from that tornado watch. So we'll go back and check at that. But still tracking that line of strong to severe storms, making its way through middle Georgia as we speak. And good news is, here's the new watch, or not a new watch, but the updated watch. And we've removed Twiggs County, we've removed Houston County, and Dooley County. That's great news. Putnam County, you are out of it. So Weather Service doing a tremendous job. As soon as the severe weather threat is over, removing the threat for all of removing the threat, or the tornado watch, so there's no confusion. So essentially, just our eastern and southeastern counties for about the next hour is what we're going to be dealing with. I'll go ahead and tell you, next counties that'll be removed, it would be Baldwin, Wilkinson, Bleckley, Dodge, Vienna, Pulaski, and Chris County. But still, got this intense thunderstorm activity from Pulaski County all the way up to Hancock County. And we'll do a little, we'll go in a little closer, starting off towards the south. I know a lot of people watch us down in Pulaski County, Hawkinsville, Wallace. But let's look down into Chris County and then Wilcox County. Cordell is coming down. Rochelle, heavy rainfall. You get over towards Abbeville, it's dry right now, but then you'll cross over the river into Telfair County at Ryan, still dry. Then you get up into Pulaski County. It's coming down in buckets. A lot of lightning around Hawkinsville as we speak. Here's Highway 341. This is Interstate 75 over there by Unadilla. Got Wallace, and then this is going to continue to slide off towards the east. So all of Pulaski County getting very heavy rainfall. Cochran, Cary, Chester, all throughout Bleckley County, you're getting some of that heavier rainfall as we speak. You saw, Chester's over in the Dodge County, but we get a little bit closer. You see Roland, the Cochran Motorsports Park, Porter, Royal. That's where it's really coming down as we speak, down towards Pauq. And then as we slide off towards the east, northeast a little bit, you're getting into Lawrence County. So Montrose, Lawrence Hill, Dudley, not quite to the city of Dublin yet. Very heavy rainfall in Danville, right there along Interstate 16. Tremendous amounts of rain. Not a pretty drive along Interstate 16 this morning. And the actual National Weather Service radar is, and it's actually a Department of Defense because it helps out the Robbins Air Force Base. McIntyre and Irvington, city of Oconee, Ivy and Gordon, it's still raining, but the severe weather threat is past you now. Certainly some great news. Still up, Sandersville, Deep Step, you got to be dealing with these storms. Essentially along the Oconee River, you're going to be dealing with these heavy thunderstorms the next few minutes if you live along the river. Beautiful. Then you get up towards Lake Sinclair. Here's Milledgeville. Milledgeville, you're in the clear. Storms are coming across the lake right now. This red shading that you're seeing, west of there, severe weather threat is over. It is really mainly over into Hancock County as well as Washington County. There's Hamburg State Park in northern Washington County as you get up towards Hancock County as well. You're in the line of storm threat next. Up into Sparta, and notice this warning goes all the way up towards Interstate 20. There's White Plains, that's back towards Buckhead as you get on 20 a lot of times, heading over towards Augusta. So this will continue to slide off towards the east. Gusty winds coming through Sparta right now, but notice it's not as bright red as it was earlier. That's great news. It looks like this part of the line is weakening, and we want this to continue to weaken as we head through the next hour or so. So we continue to track this line as strong to possibly severe storms. Winds 60 miles per hour are the main threat with this as it continues to slide off towards the east. So that is what we are dealing with. Heavy rainfall, but if you're in Houston County, Macon, Bibb County, you're in the clear. Sure, it's still raining. Severe weather threat is over. It is now mainly in eastern middle Georgia threat as we're watching these storms continue to rapidly push off towards the east. Checking social media. Anybody got any questions? I'll try to continue to update you. But yeah, Jones County, you are in the clear. Most of Baldwin County, you are in the clear. Along Interstate 75, that is the defining line, really. If you're west of 75, no more severe weather threat. Severe weather threat's quickly waning in our eastern counties. Loving this. Love that this feature is moving through, that it's weakening some, but we still got to keep an eye on it until we get it through middle Georgia, and then we can go about our business. And again, most areas should be pretty clear of this system by the time we get to, I would say, even 7 o'clock. So whether you're heading out this morning, you got a brunch, you got church, wherever you're going this morning, you'll be A-OK. Severe weather threat will be gone. Sure, we'll still be dealing with rain, but the severe weather threat will be over with, and that is certainly some great news. We can get this over with and get it out of here. Like I said, I really think by this evening or later today, we'll get some peaks of sunshine across middle Georgia, and then we'll be waiting on the new year. The weather looks great all the way through the new year and into early next year. It does get colder, but we'll worry about that later. Excuse me. But again, continuing to track this line of strong storms as it pushes off towards the east at approximately 35 to 40 miles per hour as we continue to track these thunderstorms. Checking, so try to give you the best locations, the best timing on everything. I may miss some, but rest assured, we'll be in the clear in this soon, and we can go about our business on this Sunday. Again, it's that weird time of year, too. We're between Christmas and New Year's. I don't know if you are like me, but you really don't even know what day it is a lot of times, just because a lot of people's work schedules have shifted. The kids are out of school. You don't know really what to do this time of year. But I knew I had to come in and cover severe weather this morning. So Hancock County, Washington County, Wilkinson County, eastern portions of Twiggs County. I would say Twiggs, you're in the clear. It's Bleckley County and Lawrence County. You're in the fire as far as the threat for these strong winds with this storm. Again, raining back towards the west. This is not severe. All clear. All clear. I'll give you the all clear back this in the central and western portions of middle Georgia because the severe weather threat is over with. Again, loving how fast this line's moving through. I'm going to continue to watch it until it makes its way out of at least Truitland, Montgomery, and Wheeler County. I always want to be careful, make sure everybody's in the clear before we see that go away. But essentially, things will be out of middle Georgia. 8 o'clock, by 8 o'clock, all of middle Georgia will be in the clear, but just about 90% of us, I think, will be in the clear by 7 o'clock. And again, this severe thunderstorm warning, that continues until 6:45. We will likely see an extension one more time in our eastern counties of eastern Washington. You get down into Johnson County, Dublin County, as well as Truitland County. That's where we could see this extended. Good news is we're not seeing the extension off towards the south, but we'll just watch it over the next few minutes or so. We'll get a new update within the next 10 minutes or so, and we'll see if we get more counties removed from the watch. That's certainly some great news. We'll look at temperatures across middle Georgia. Well, let's start off with our Wilson Bryant Skycast Network here in down upper 60s out ahead of the line. You got 50s back behind it. That rain cooled air, that's what we want to see. That destroys that threat for severe weather. Dew points are in the 50s and 60s, not too bad across middle Georgia. And again, we always like to reiterate, where do you go during severe weather? Small interior room, away from windows, away from doors, hallways, underneath stairs. An interior closet a lot of times is a great location. A bathroom's always a great spot, especially during a tornado, because the plumbing is anchored down. So a lot of times we tell people to get into your bathtub, cover yourself up with a blanket or a mattress or something like that. That provides great protection. A lot of times bathrooms are about the only thing left in a house after a tornado hits because the plumbing is anchored down. But also a basement, lowest floor. Now, in middle Georgia, it gets tricky. Our northern counties, you are on a different type of soil, so you can have basements. Once you get south of the fall line and in our southern counties, it's very difficult to have a basement because of the sandy soil, of the sandy nature of the soil, and the water table is higher as you get down below the fall line. Manufactured homes, great affordable housing. They offer you no protection from severe weather. I don't care what the manufactured home people say. You need to be in a safe place, especially when you get these spring-like severe weather setups. And again, there's nothing wrong with manufactured homes, just they don't offer you protection like a well-built home is. But there's that tornado watch. Waiting for the new counties to be removed from the watch. I expect Baldwin and Wilkinson up next. Again, if you're in the gray, you're in the clear. In the yellow, stay weather aware the next few minutes, really the next hour or so, as we continue to track this line of storms making its way through middle Georgia. Hopefully, we're not going to have any more issues, but just watching things very carefully. I'm going to step off and I'll be doing things, but I'll leave my mic up and everything in case you need to, and I'll let you know when that new severe thunderstorm warning comes out. But again, I'm watching things off camera right now, and we'll keep you updated. All right, it is 7:07 on this Sunday morning, Middle Georgia. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Stinnett. Apology for the absence, watching things off camera and fixing some technical issues. There's always technical issues when you work, when you're having your first severe weather event, and sometime, and I was actually looking, the last time we had active warnings across Middle Georgia was actually back during Hurricane Helene, so almost a little over 3 months. So had a few bugs we had to work out, but again, we continue to track this threat for strong to severe storms. One severe thunderstorm warning in our eastern counties. That's Washington, northern Dublin, and Lawrence County and Johnson County. That's where we're dealing with these strong storms. Additional heavy rainfall, a lot of lightning with storms in southern Dublin County, Dodge County, Wilcox County. Getting into Telfair County. Up next is Wheeler County, as well as Montgomery County and Treutlen County. As soon as this line of storms pushes through, the severe weather threat is over. Most of Middle Georgia is just dealing with rain right now. No active severe weather warnings, as that last warning is continuing in our eastern counties. But here is that updated tornado watch, and again, the Weather Service doing a great job trimming counties out of this. And up next, we'll see the next slew of counties come out. Baldwin County, you're in the clear. Wilkinson County, Bleckley County, down into Pulaski County. Wilcox County is Chris County. You're in the clear. The severe weather threat is over for you. This tornado watch is not going to make it to 9 a.m. because these storms are out racing it. But this is what we continue. There we go. There was the new update that just came out. You saw how it got adjusted. We have just a few counties left: Washington, Johnson, Lawrence, Treutlen, Montgomery, Wheeler, and Telfair County. You're the only ones that are left inside that tornado watch, and then off towards the east. The rest of Middle Georgia, you're in the clear. No threat for severe weather. Still dealing with rain, some lightning, some thunder, but that severe weather threat strictly confined to our eastern counties, and that's what we've been watching the last few minutes, mainly everything in our eastern counties. No reports of widespread damage across Middle Georgia. Certainly some great news. Getting some sporadic power outage reports. And again, wherever you are, I'm checking social media, letting us know what you're seeing. Just looking at stuff. Most of Middle Georgia, we're in the clear. Certainly some good news. Weather Service not getting a lot of reports of damage. That's what we always want to see. And again, we knew this would be quickly in and out of here. And again, this is going to be our last threat for severe weather this year for 2024, and then 2025 looks to start off cold for many of us. But again, just watching this line of storms continue to move through Washington County, Johnson County, and Lawrence County. We'll look at the Dublin camera real quick and see what's going on over in Lawrence County. It's still relatively dark in a lot of locations. Sunrise starting to occur, but it still takes a little while, especially when it's cloudy and gray, for us to see what's going on. But live look Dublin, it's coming down. Heavy rainfall, 61 degrees. This is a live look. We're looking north along Jefferson Street. In the distance, you can see the Jefferson Street Baptist Church, and then you got the Toyota dealership right across from there. So it doesn't look too bad, but it looks like the worst of the weather just off towards your east as we look over into Lawrence County. Again, I'll put a track on this, give everyone a better idea in our eastern counties where we are seeing some of that more intense rain and thunderstorm activity. Again, it's eastern Washington County, Johnson County, and the northeastern portions of Lawrence County where we're seeing some of the more intense thunderstorm activity. Do along the leading edge. Adrian, you'll be getting this warning here very shortly. Going 30 minutes out from here. You got Scott at 7:14, Louisville at 7:19, Adrian Camp Conference Center at 7:22, Kite 7:24, Gertrude 7:32, Delwood 7:36, and Midville approximately 6:38. As we head through the next couple of minutes, we'll be watching these very carefully as this line of storms continues to make its way through our eastern counties. But again, you got Adrian down there in the southern portion of Dublin, or excuse me, southern portions of Johnson County, right there kind of where Johnson and then Montgomery County and Lawrence County all come together, just north of Interstate 16. US 80 goes through Adrian, and then you got Highway 15 that comes down from the north heading over towards Swainsboro. Wrightsville, very heavy rainfall currently, and then Sandersville over towards Louisville. These storms pushing out of Washington County, certainly some great news. Again, it's that leading edge, so it's still coming down in buckets, lots of lightning in eastern Washington County, but the severe weather threat just getting off towards your east. Looks like the most intense thunderstorm we are seeing is just east of Dublin, just to the north of Interstate 16. Of course, 16, the main thoroughfare through here, taking you down towards the severe thunderstorm warning. So you could be getting some winds very shortly in Adrian, 50 to 60 miles per hour. But again, not seeing a lot of reports of power outages or downed trees across middle Georgia. Are there power outages? Yes, 100% there are, but not everyone is seeing it. And then as we look big picture, that's it. This is the rain we're dealing with. Got a couple of tornado warnings off towards the north, and they've been getting a lot of tornado warnings along the Gulf Coast, but this continues to slide off towards the east, and by 8 o'clock I think we can give the all clear to all of middle Georgia as the severe weather threat continues to push off towards the east. So just looking at things very carefully. Again, strongest storms, Washington County, Johnson County, Lawrence County. We'll see. Treutlen County, you may get a warning here extended off towards the east for the next few minutes. But again, it's this little southeast corner over the next 20 minutes or so that we'll have to keep an eye on. Again, the rest of middle Georgia from Milledgeville to Eastman to Cordele, Butler, Macon, Warner Robins, Fort Valley, severe weather threat is over, all clear. Now, it's still raining, still lightning and thundering, but don't worry about the severe weather threat as we continue to watch this storm off towards, really push off towards the east rather rapidly. So that's what we're dealing with. Strong storms in Lawrence County, just to the east of downtown Dublin. That's about to move into Treutlen County. Gusty winds, a lot of lightning with this storm, but we'll just hopefully nothing will develop. Southern end of the storm coming through Telfair County, getting out of Dodge County now, making its way into Wheeler as well as Montgomery County. Then you get over into Vidalia. But gusty winds, heavy rainfall, a lot of lightning with these storms, but the overall threat is relatively low as far as severe weather. Winds maybe 40 to 50 miles per hour. Now those can still cause damage and produce issues as far as tree and power issues. But the main core we're watching is in northeastern Dublin County, getting over into Johnson County. Johnson County is under the gun right now. The community of Adrian down in southern Johnson County. And then as you head up towards Sandersville, off towards the east. Good news is we're going to be talking, again, as soon as we can get this out of here, we're going to see improving weather today across middle Georgia. That is what we want to see. Great weather ahead. Tomorrow, or the rest of Sunday, is going to be fine. If you're heading out to church this morning, you got to catch a brunch or something, you're going to need the rain gear for a few hours, but the severe weather threat is over. So church, whatever you need to do, you're going to be A-OK as far as the severe weather threat. But let's get this out of here, and I think by 8 a.m. we'll give the all clear to all of middle Georgia. Most of middle Georgia is in the clear as far as the severe weather threat, but we're going to continue to keep an eye on things. And again, it's our eastern and southeastern counties that are still under that tornado watch. The watch officially goes until 9 a.m. They'll whittle these counties out of the watch as the threat shifts over towards the east. It's really starting to make its way into the Carolinas and southeast Georgia. If you're heading down towards Savannah today, they're going to be under the gun the next few hours. If you look farther off towards the south, you get down towards Moultrie and Valdosta. There's a tornado watch down there, but Albany no longer in a watch as well. So in and out of here, we said between 4 and 11 a.m., and it's been between 4 and 11 a.m. that this activity continues to move through middle Georgia. Again, the most intense storm, Dublin, or east of Dublin in Lawrence County, near the community of Adrian and Johnson County, and then really I think Washington County. You're mainly out of that storm as we look off towards the east. So zoomed in a little too quick right there, so let's bump back out. All right, big picture back here locally, and then we'll go into our eastern counties where we can get a better idea and understanding of what we are dealing with. Again, we'll focus on this leading edge that will be coming through the next few minutes. We'll go out 30 minutes. It's moving off towards the east at about 35 to 40 miles per hour. And again, we'll stop it, give you a better idea. Over the next few minutes, we're going to be watching Trutland County High School at 7:19, so about a minute away from there. Excuse me, we got Lombard at 7:46. That gets it out of the viewing area. Tarrytown at 7:32. The Soperton Trutland Recreational Complex. Gillis Springs at 7:30. Kibbe at 7:37, and Swainsboro at 7:41. And then Lexi approximately 7:46. Now, again, this is coming out of Dublin County into Trutland County. The part coming out of Dublin County, or Lawrence County, excuse me, I keep saying that. Lawrence County into Trutland County is not severe warm, but that doesn't mean you can't have issues. Winds 40 to 50 miles per hour. You're going to have lightning, you're going to have thunder, you're going to have gusty winds, you're going to have heavy rainfall. The most severe part of the storm, it looks to be up here along US 80. North of Interstate 16, and then here's Highway 319 as it makes its way over towards 221. So that is what we are looking at right now in our southeastern counties. Move off towards the north a little bit, getting over into Louisville here and Rennes. That's technically outside our viewing area, but that's just showing you that the storm has moved out of Washington County, and we're just going to ride this out a few more minutes and see if we get an extension of a warning maybe into Trutland County. Could get northern portions of Wheeler and Montgomery County, and then you get over into Toombs County. You got Emmanuel County, that's where Swainsboro is, and that's where we're dealing with the storms heading right now. But Abbeville back in, excuse me, Wilcox County, Dodge County, Pulaski, Bleckley County, you are continuing to track these storms. But Toombs County, Emmanuel County, Jefferson County, those are just outside of our viewing area, and that's where these storms are heading off towards the next. So give it about another 30 minutes, and then we'll be able to give everyone the all clear, and then you can go about your business here in Middle Georgia. But it has been a wet go of it. Let's check on some of these rainfall totals. Rain has been needed. We're actually been a little dry, but we slowly been climbing out of that drought we had earlier this year. But Fort Valley so far has the most rainfall since, this is since midnight, so 1.12 inches in Fort Valley. Flirting with an inch in Macon, and I think we'll get over that as we continue to deal with some of this steady rain that's falling across the mid-state. McRae, no rain yet, but you're about to get rain. Dublin, this will update at the top of the hour. I know you've got more than 1/100th of an inch of rain, but these totals update at the top of every hour. Currently gray, just under 7/10 of an inch. So a nice soaking rain for many of us. No issues with flooding. Now, I've been saying this all morning. Be careful, especially in those construction zones along 16. The drainage is not the best because of the construction, so there could be puddles, there could be a ponding, there could be a little bit of deep water. Be careful if you're on Interstate 16 this morning as we continue to watch these storms. But hour-by-hour forecast, it's been pretty spot on. It's been about an hour behind, so as we look at currently at 7 o'clock, I think this is about 2 hours off, so at 7:21, it says 9 o'clock on the map. Just say it's 7 o'clock, and then 10 o'clock would be 8 o'clock, and then the severe weather threat is over with by then. It's just that leading edge of rain and thunderstorms that we are watching this morning over in our eastern counties. And again, this warning for Lawrence County, Johnson County, and Washington County. Washington County, you're going to be okay from this storm. You're in the clear, but that warning, it continues until, let's see the update on this. Good news is it's just a special weather statement for, that warning goes until 8 a.m., I'm sorry, a special weather statement for Trutland, Telfair, Wheeler, and Montgomery, which means not expecting a warning to be issued. That's certainly some great news. So even though you may get some gusty winds, 40 to 50 miles per hour, heavy rainfall and lightning, not expecting a severe thunderstorm warning for this part, but still pay careful attention to the weather the next 20 to 30 minutes until it gets past you. Washington County, you're in the clear. The area of severe weather is going to be out of you. Lawrence County and Johnson County are only two counties that I'm worried about right now as far as maybe receiving some of those strong gusty winds. Again, we're still dealing with a steady rain for the rest of middle Georgia, but you are in the clear. No longer a severe weather threat. The rain cooled air, temperatures are back down into the 50s, and you can go about your business. Be careful out and about. The roads are wet. Like I was showing you, some locations around an inch of a rain, so there's going to be ponding and puddles everywhere, but the overall severe weather threat is quickly waning across middle Georgia, and it'll be exiting the area over the next 20 or 30 minutes. But I'm going to continue to have this up as we watch these storms push off towards the east. Until they get out of our viewing area, I'm going to leave the stream up. Well, that's kind of going to be our policy. Anytime there's a severe weather threat, we're going to do a live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter to keep everyone informed. Of course, when you get a tornado warning, you have to go on to programming, so you can always watch us on Fox 24 on ABC 16. Thankfully, I hadn't had to break into programming today. I absolutely hate when I have to do that, but that just gives you an idea that when the tornado warning is issued, we do have to do that. So be mindful of that and be respectful, even though we may be covering up one of your or one of your favorite shows. But the crawl's always running at the top of the stations on Fox 24 and ABC 16. A lot of people always want us to take those down. We cannot take those down. Those are mandated by the Federal Communication Commission. So it's either that or you have to have us break in, and we'll leave those up as long as we can. Thankfully, these storms will be out of here. I know there's NFL football today. Don't worry about that. We're going to be off the air. That crawl's going to be down before that, so it's not going to interrupt any football programming. And again, as soon as this line gets out of our eastern counties, I will shut down the stream. I will call it a day, give everybody the all clear. I'll send one more push notification out on our Skywatch weather app, and you can do that. And I always tell people to download our Skywatch weather app. It's great. It is simple to use. It's easy. As soon as you download it, it's almost ready to use on your phone now. You can go in and select a few things that you personally want, like specific watches and warnings that you want, but it lets you know when your exact location goes under a watch or warning. You can scan that QR code anytime. I'll leave it up for a few minutes, but it's free and simple to use, has those push notifications, and I think that's an extremely valuable thing to have in your severe weather arsenal. You got to have multiple ways to receive those severe weather alerts. That includes a NOAA weather radio. Every home and business should have one of those. WGXA Skywatch weather app is another great tool that you can use because it has that interactive radar. It shows you where the storms are, where they're heading, and it lets you know when your exact location is under that watch or warning. So I always encourage people to download it today. It's going to help. Again, I have it on all my devices. It usually gets the alerts out faster than we can get it out on air just because of the data dissemination across the platforms of the cell phone providers. But as far as a great tool to have, download it today. And again, it follows you. If you're traveling across the country, you can you go under severe thunderstorm warning. If you're visiting somewhere in Florida or you're going somewhere to Chicago or something like that and there's a tornado warning, it will alert you because you're in that and it's following you and letting you know. So again, free and simple to use. The interactive radar and those push notifications, I think, are the best thing for it. So, or the best thing for most people. So again, continuing to watch this line of storms push through as that severe thunderstorm warning continues for a couple of more minutes. It goes until 8 a.m., but I think our counties in middle Georgia will be trimmed out of that. Now, the most intense part of the storm right over the community of Adrian, and then right moving into Treutlen County, right along Interstate 16. Not a pleasant drive. Storms down towards the south, they're not severe, but they are producing gusty winds, lightning. So Telfair County, Wheeler, Montgomery County, then you head over into Toombs County, getting some gusty winds with those storms. The rest of middle Georgia, again, still just dealing with a steady soaking rain. And as we expand out, you're going to see that the rain is essentially along the state line. So this is the back edge of the rain. As soon as it pushes through, we'll be A-okay as far as rainfall. But this is the initial line that's moving through our easternmost counties right now. That's where the severe weather threat is. Just about all of middle Georgia. I can give the all clear here in a minute, but I'll give the all clear through the app as well whenever that's done. So again, I apologize for the delay I had. We had to call the customer support just to work through some technical issues on some of our weather computers. I always say when it's been a while since our last severe weather event. Our last severe weather event was Hurricane Helene back in September. Some little kinks and bugs in the system we have to work out, and you don't know about them until the systems are needed. So that's what I was dealing with when I had about a 30-minute break over there. I was on the phone with customer support, but I left the stream up so everyone could see what was going on, and that's what we're going to try to do as best we can. Anytime we got severe weather, we're going to have a stream up on all the social media platforms, our YouTube channel as well. And of course, wall-to-wall coverage, that's when we have to break into programming. That's for just tornado warnings or very, very severe thunderstorm warnings that may have winds of 70 to 80 miles per hour. Hopefully we don't have anything like that. I'm hoping for a quiet severe weather season this year. Ours last year was relatively quiet. I want to say we only had a handful of tornadoes actually touch down across middle Georgia last year or earlier this year. So that is always a plus. The fewer severe weather events we get through, the better. But that's what we're dealing with, and that's what we're hoping for this year. But again, every year is a little different, so you got to keep an eye on things. But again, just looking at things carefully, that severe thunderstorm warning continues until 8 o'clock. I really think we'll be able to give the all clear before that. I really just want to see that tornado watch get canceled for middle Georgia, and I think we'll see that here shortly. Still, let's go down to Telfair County, see what's going on down there. Get into heavy rainfall from Jacksonville up to McRae, then over towards Lumber City along Highway 23. There's US 280 going from McRae over to Vidalia. So we got Telfair County, we got Wheeler County where Glenwood is, or Glenwood, excuse me, is in Montgomery County. And then you're heading over towards Mount Vernon, Alamos in Wheeler County. Soperton, very heavy rainfall, gusty winds. You see those strong winds moving through Adrian right now. Those are pushing over into Toombs County, or excuse me, Emmanuel County where Swainsboro is. Wrightsville, heavy rainfall along 221 and 319. But then the storms are essentially out of Washington as well as most of Johnson County. So I'm waiting for this warning to get trimmed. So that is what we are looking for. And by trimmed, I mean you'll no longer be under a severe thunderstorm warning in Washington County. But we should get an update from the National Weather Service here within the next couple of minutes. And they'll give us an update on this warning and the rest of the scenario. Again, a quick check of the 10-day forecast. Today, still going to be dealing with rain the next couple of hours. It is going to be a mainly cloudy day, maybe some peaks of sunshine this afternoon. Tomorrow and Tuesday looking great. The last 2 days of 2024, about upper 60s to near 70 degrees on New Year's Day, or excuse me, New Year's Eve. It will be mainly sunny both days. And then New Year's Day, we're still looking great. Temperatures will be into the 60s. And then that colder air starts to move in as we roll into 2025. Highs will be into the 50s. That'll actually be below average. Lows down into the 20s and 30s. And I really think we'll be adjusting these temperatures down. Long range, I'm talking next week, the week of, say, the 6th. The long-range models are suggesting some bitterly cold Arctic air will be moving down into the U.S. and as far south as Florida. So get ready. 2025 is going to start off on a cold note the first couple of weeks of it. We may see some of the coldest air we've seen in recent years in about 10 to 14 days. That's just looking at long range model. Hopefully we don't, but I do say if we have cold weather, you don't have the threat for severe weather. Will we have winter weather? We'll just have to wait and see about that. That's a long ways out. The winter weather is the hardest thing to forecast in the deep south. But this week, enjoy the sunshine if you can. A beautiful New Year's Eve, beautiful New Year's Day. Then that front comes through and we will start cooling things off, but that front comes through in dry fashion. So today's the only day we got to worry about things the next 7 to 10 days. And again, as we continue to watch these severe thunderstorm warnings quickly exit east and southeast Georgia, that is what we are gunning for, to get the all clear. And there you go. No portion of middle Georgia currently under a severe thunderstorm warning. Lawrence County, you're in the clear now. Johnson County as well as Washington County, you are in the clear. That warning is now off towards the east. So that is certainly some great news. So I am going to just make sure everything has cleared off. Warnings are gone. That's certainly some good news. No longer crawling. And I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay until these storms get out of our southeastern county. So I'll be here till about 8 o'clock, and then we can give everybody the all clear, and then you can go about your business today. Again, any issues, it's just going to be a wet go of it for a lot of locations across middle Georgia. But we're going to leave this up until I can give you the all clear, and then we'll go about our business. We'll have a great Sunday across middle Georgia, and we'll see how things progress from there. But again, I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Stinnett. I'm going to step off, and I'm going to wait until these storms are completely clear of the area before I give you the all clear, and we can go about our business today. All right, Middle Georgia, one last update for you. Great news is the severe weather threat is over for us in Middle Georgia. Just showing you the latest severe thunderstorm or the tornado watch. All Middle Georgia counties have been removed from it. So good news is severe weather threat is over. Yes, we're still dealing with rain, thunder, lightning in Middle Georgia, but we are no longer under the threat for severe weather. So that is the best news we have. But again, it's going to rain for a couple of more hours. The severe weather threat has now shifted east of Middle Georgia, and I can give you the all clear. So all clear from severe weather across Middle Georgia. Go out and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. The rain will be out of here the next couple of hours, and we should see improving weather for our Monday and Tuesday. But again, I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Stinnett. It has been my pleasure getting everyone through this, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your Sunday.